Today on Meet the Farmer, we're going to take 3 members of the local Whole Foods market and inspect a local farm. Meet the Farmer TV is made possible by Planet-Earth-Diversified, Melli-Productions, and Leslie P. Jenkins Photography and Graphic Design, with additional support from Feast, connecting local farmers, artisan food producers, and consumers. Culpeper's Channel 21, helping to preserve the agricultural history of Virginia. Whole Foods Market, Whole Foods, Whole People, Whole Planet. And Flavor Magazine, serving the Piedmont's local food and wine culture. Hello, I'm Michael Clark, host of Meet the Farmer TV. Today, we're going to take a look at a local farm with 3 members of the Whole Foods market team. Dave, Jeremy, and Ryan will take a look at food safety, what products are available, and give some idea of how local product gets right from the farm to the Whole Foods market. All right, well, let's take a look at the greenhouses first, and then we'll come and look at some of the field crops. So first, let's go and look at where we grow the baby arugula and the salad mix. Now, the mint we do as little tops. So we'll harvest just these little tops for the chefs, put them in a box so they have ready to garnish. And then we'll use the bigger ones for the herb bags you might use at the store. These guys are really.
So is that a peppermint variety?
It's called a chocolate mint because of the kind of brown stem.
Gotcha.
It's pretty amazing what we pump out of this little area. And if it really takes off and the store wants it, or multiple stores, we'd have to build another one of these units just for baby arugula. This is celery.
Really?
Micro celery.
Never think that was, you know what I mean? Seeing that one that he was, I forget what he even said it was called, but I was thinking that was Mizuna, but yet the leaf was a lot thicker, but it had kind of the same. Yeah, that stuff was good.
Oh, it was really good.
So if we could get something like that in, do a demo with the soy cha, make a local sale, oh my God.
This is something you probably wouldn't sell retail, but you might use it in catering or the deli. So this is little tiny celery sprouts. And it tastes like celery, and it's real pretty. You use it a lot with seafood.
Yeah, see, I don't like celery, but to me, I could sprinkle that on a salad or something, and that's great.
Yeah, we say it's a celery without the strings. So.
You mentioned seafood?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, great seafood.
Yep, we do a lot of that with the seafood. And we could, we're not really. I'll show you some of the packages in there. And then this is amaranth, 2 colors, dark red, garnet amaranth. And here's the micro basil getting bigger. We do some of the cilantro bigger also. And then real small where it's small like that.
When we first tried wheatgrass, we did it in a pan like that. And people would, I guess, kind of cut out the sections, and then it was done by I guess the pound.
Oh yeah?
I think so.
Now we do wheatgrass trays. Here's where we're sprouting them, and we do those whole trays. We grow a lot of those. There's a whole set down there we just took out. And I think we're selling these trays for $11 or something, full of wheatgrass.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to have that somewhere where it was a cut. But people are buying the whole trays too.
Right.
They go down to Smoothie King, and I think they pay $15 or $16 and get a whole tray, take it home, grow it.
Not so much right now, do you?
No. I feel sorrel was one of the things last year we tried. We'll try to introduce them to new stuff, and what you find is they just don't know how to use them. But once they learn how to use it and put it in things, then
yeah, well, that would be the demo thing.
Yeah, it takes off.
See if you can get me out of here to do some demos, and that's what we try to do at the market also. And I know when you came up last week, we had the bamboo,
right?
And people just didn't know what to do with that. And we took some of that up to Little Washington and showed it to them, and they had an Asian family there staying, and they cooked that for them, and they loved it. Yeah. And it's like, come to America and we get something we recognize.
Stir fries, like a stir fry, cutting it up and putting the bamboo in there.
Didn't you say Tyler loved it?
So yeah, my son was eating it. Yeah, he's 4 and he was eating
picking it out. Huh?
He was just eating it, and then he'd throw it away and get another one.
Yeah, it was great to have these big things that look like bionic asparagus, and everybody's like, what is that? And then you slit it and show them how to use it.
I guess I brought some to the store. So
what is the flavor like?
It's really kind of weird. It's almost like rice and beans and a little bit of corn kind of flavor.
Yeah.
It's very mild. We also do sunflower sprouts and buckwheat lettuce. So, I've always thought it would be interesting if you had a green butcher section where you could have these live things and they got cut to order. Yeah.
I had a friend in high school, and that's all he wanted to do was grow hot peppers.
Right.
His dad was a sheep farmer, but he liked peppers.
Well, we're growing a bunch down the bottom field. We've got a few here in the tomato house.
It's gorgeous. So maintenance-wise, what is it? I mean, do you just come out here each day and do? Because I mean, this is by far the cleanest I've ever seen.
There is one guy that spends 40 hours a week tending these tomatoes.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
And what he's doing, he's probably in here now. He's lowering them. This Luis. And what he does is when they grow up on this string, we lower them, and then we cut these suckers out, and then he'll take these suckers and we'll propagate them. But so as the stem grows, you see that we wind it around. Here's some new plants we started. We're so desperate for production that we put the new ones next to the old ones. And when these get tall enough, we'll take those out and move them over.
You just clip them and they continue to grow?
Yeah, they'll keep growing. But as they get long, it's like a long pipe for all the nutrients to flow up. And then they might get exposed to diseases or something. But what we found is if we had enough air movement, you can see how the plants are never really still. There's always a little bit of movement. That does the pollination. So this flower here is open and it won't pollinate right now. The temperature and humidity is not right. And so when it warms up today, we hope that that'll pollinate. And here's when it gets dry, it's pollinating. You see I pull that off? And there's a little tiny baby tomato there.
Crazy.
Now, when you get the bumpy ones like this, that's where part of the flower didn't fully pollinate. So the big, round, full tomatoes is a very even pollinate, because it's just seed sacs, so it's like multiple ovaries. And if they don't pollinate, then they don't fill out, and that one that doesn't fill out leaves a kind of a hole. So the gel and the seeds are what fill out and puff up the tomato. We also do fresh lemongrass. So you'll get lemongrass. They're usually kind of dry and brown, and a lot of people don't understand it when it's green if they're used to seeing that. But it does have a nicer flavor when you get it fresh and green.
So that's something we would probably be able to do extremely well, because people want that in the warehouse. They've got a conventional one and then they have an organic one, but the organic one is in little packages. It's always out of stock.
Really?
So having a local lemongrass would probably be really good.
Yeah. Now we do two kinds of the European cucumbers. The short ones. A lot of times people don't want to buy the $2 long cucumber, and so these shorter ones have the same flavor, but they're just smaller. They're just bred to be smaller. We're doing some peppers in here. These are the hotter ones.
Habaneros.
This I think is a Brazilian pepper. We're not sure what it is, but we got some in. It looks kind of like that boot jolokia, but it's not quite. That one's pretty hot. You want to take that for later?
Let Anna and Delphina try it.
Yeah.
They don't have a...
Then we do some of these other ones as a cayenne, and then this is the Joe Parker New Mex. This very mild. But these guys, like I was saying, if you just take that tip, doesn't matter how hot it is, that'll be the mildest part. But these guys are going to be sweet. They're not going to, they might have a little bit of smoky flavor or something, a little tiny bit of heat, but not really much.
The red one had a nice flavor.
David, try that.
I guess
It's going to be smoky.
Yeah, that's the Joe New Mex.
Oh yeah.
So even in the greenhouse, we get some decent flavors, but we'll take you to the bottom field. We've got a whole acre of hot peppers.
That one's good. I like that one.
The red one.
It has some good flavor to it.
The sweet ones, I like to take those, stuff them with hummus. Little olive oil, throw them on the grill. Really good.
These guys are really cute. They're semi-warm, but
So,
yeah, it's like a purple Thai pepper.
do they grow just straight up like that?
Yep. See, some peppers grow up and some hang down. So it's just the different varieties.
Letting you guys taste it first.
Purple what? What's it called?
Purple Thai, but this one is actually, it goes purple and orange.
Is it hot?
And so they call it a Halloween pepper because it does the black and orange.
That's got some spice to it. So is that about as big as they'll get there, or will they?
They'll get bigger, but this is about
Where you pull them?
Yeah, that's about premium size. You want it to be a little more even there for a perfect cucumber. But the best flavor is going to come when it's still got these ridges. Like this one's even better. But everybody feels like they're not getting enough cucumber for their money. They want it to be fatter. So, but that's one of those tricks with like these things. They'll grow up really big, and then they kind of get squishy in the middle and hollow around the seeds. And people think they got a better deal getting the fatter one, but it's not as good a quality.
So I know, like with squashes and stuff, this might be a dumb question, but with squashes, when you get the baby variety, sometimes it's more of like a delicacy. With a cucumber like that, if you were to eat that, would it?
Yeah, in fact, we do that for the chefs. I'll show you some down here.
All right.
We sell the baby cucumbers with blossoms. Just like that. And that whole thing is edible. But really, that costs the same as a big one.
Wow. And that's beautiful.
But they'll use this, or they'll dip it in a tempura batter or something like that. But yeah, you can just eat the whole thing. Just bite the whole.
Half?
Yeah, I'll take half.
So are you?
Just bite the whole. Bite the whole flour and everything.
Flour and all?
Yep. As cool as you get the whole cucumber flavor right from them. Yeah, that's something we got to demo at the store. Nobody would believe that.
No.
Yeah.
I've eaten more flowers since I've been here than I ever. They're all delicious.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it's very delicate, very light.
With the aftertaste of the Thai pepper too, it was nice. Do like a Thai,
Yeah.
Thai pepper, cucumber blossom salad.
This media here is actually a cocoa fiber, which is a recycled waste product from making coconut. And it works really well as a media for this sort of pseudo hydroponic system. The other system you saw, the recirculating water, is truly hydroponic. This is a modified system where it's in bags, it's in media. There might be other nutrients added to those, and then this there is a nutrient solution that comes in this emitter, which you can see. It's a nice fluffy material, and we get down, see some of the white roots. There, the cucumber. And that's what we're looking for, is these nice white roots, no brown or black. This greenhouse in 1990 was certified organic. It was the only certified organic greenhouse in the state of Virginia at that time. And we brought the tractor in, and we tilled, and we planted rows of tomatoes. And we got 2 or 3 crops out, and then the soil got too cold. And they just wouldn't.
So that was going to be my next question to you, actually. So it is possible to grow organic like this?
You would have, there are ways to manipulate the system and the list of materials
Gotcha.
to technically comply with organic, but for us, we feel like organic is really the field production.
Yeah.
Where it's in the soil, it's a soil system, it's not just complying with a list of materials, and you're never really going to be doing soil building in the greenhouse. Now you could have a greenhouse that you bring compost in and grow the stuff, and you only use soaps and oils and approved materials and call that organic, but to us it's still a pretty modified environment.
Yeah.
So we don't ever try to call this
Gotcha.
organic. We call it biologically grown or ecologically grown, because we create, and ecologically really makes more sense because we start with a sterile environment, we add the bacteria and the beneficial insects we want, and the soil beneficial bacteria. And so we kind of create an ecosystem and grow for a cycle, and then if something goes wrong, we pull that out and start over.
Gotcha.
Now there are a number of things, and it's something we could talk about if organic's really important, and really makes a difference, we could take some areas and certify those areas again. We did for a long time, and then we started finding that sometimes they were asking us to do stuff that didn't, it made sense by the rules, but it didn't make sense as the best practice.
Gotcha. Well, for us, it seems like local is getting even bigger than the whole organic issue just because of the seasonality of things. People want it when it's in season and full flavor.
And that's part of our communication with meeting the farmer and coming to the store and having people see and create that. And I think that's really more important, that personal relationship. Because if you've got just a label or a certification that you don't know really how it happened, it's easy for people to lose faith in that. Like they've lost faith in the economic system.
Yeah.
Things that were supposedly the banks were doing great, and now we find out it was all smoke and mirrors and a shell game, and none of it's there. So you can see here on these rosemary just the diameter of the stems and the age of those plants.
Yeah, I've never seen, I mean, we get the rosemary every year at Christmas and we sell like little pine trees. Yeah. But I've never seen it planted with a root system like that.
I just told him, I said, that's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
You guys just did a fair or something?
We do a local fair, and it's
Sundays. Yep.
on Sunday?
once a month now, right?
Once a month on Sunday, yeah, local fair.
Is it in the parking lot or under
Parking
tent?
lot. Yep. Bring a tent. And, we try to have local. We want to have local music. We want to have face painting stuff for the kids, and have people come out there and we had some of it's local jewelry. Had a basket weaver from Bridgewater that came over. Had a lady that makes her own vinegars out there. So it's some kind of unique stuff. And so
What time is it?
it's 12 to 4.
12 to 4.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a good time for us to bring some of these new products and do demos or tasting peppers.
Well, for farmers, it's cool because you can come out there. It's no cost to you, but we give you the space so that you kind of get acclimated with our customer. So then when they come back, they're like, hey, where's Planet-Earth-Diversified? And we got no choice but to get you in the store.
And we grill out too, so if we bring some things over that we'll go get with seafood, we'll grill out some seafood and we can put it together with it, and we'll provide the seafood.
Hi Michael, we're here at the second month of our Whole Foods Market local fair. Lots of fun stuff going on here. We've got some stuff for the kids, lots of food sampling, and as our second month, we're really happy. We've doubled in size now, and we've still got lots of room for more vendors. I know a lot of people think of a local fair as something for the farmers, but really we're talking about artists, we're talking about musicians, we're talking about all kind of local food purveyors. So everyone's welcome to come on out, show their goods, and be exposed to our whole audience. We've got a whole store full of customers just waiting to see what they've got to offer. Oh, becoming a vendor is so easy. All they need to do is come to the customer service desk here at the store. They can even give us a call at 973-4900. Let us know they want to be a vendor. We'll be able to send something over to them through the email, and they can fax it back to us, and that's it. And they've got a spot for us. We know how hard it is for people to get their name out there and get their products out there. So there's no charge at all. We just want you to come, show our customers what great products and great services you have to offer, and enjoy the day. No charge at all. We do this on a monthly basis. It's typically the last Sunday of the month, and it's going all the way through to October. Well, another great aspect of how Whole Foods is partnering with local producers is through our local loan program. And our region, which includes Virginia, DC, Maryland, Ohio, Pennsylvania, we have local producers that are now getting microloans through Whole Foods Market, anywhere from $1,000 to $100,000. It's very easy to fill out an application, a quick 6 pages. All it needs to be is even handwritten. You don't need to go through a whole lot of stuff just to at least get the conversation going. If you're a vendor in our store, it's a good way to start out. You can contact us through our website to learn how to be a vendor in our store. We only ask that you meet a few requirements as far as quality standards with all natural ingredients, animal compassion standards that we make sure our local ranchers use. And we've got people that have started out as a local producer. We've had lots of people who started as local producers and through our local loan program have been able to expand their business, and now they've become national. So it's a really great opportunity when you need a little bit of help to expand your business. It's a great opportunity to tap into a resource like Whole Foods Market. Well, why don't we just take a look around and introduce ourselves to some of our local vendors here.
Hi, I'm Kara Dawson, and I am the demo specialist at Whole Foods Market Charlottesville, also known as the Sample Lady. And I am here today outside this beautiful Sunday working our local fair one Sunday a month, and we do it from 12 to 4, and I have delicious samples of our food all natural stuff to offer people at this fair. Why I think that local fairs and local markets in general are good for Charlottesville, we are such a unique community here in Charlottesville, and I think that anything that we can get our neighbors involved in, I mean, when you think about it, instinctively, our first things to do when we're young is to sell things. The lemonade stands that we do, you know, if you're selling cookies and things like that, these are how we're introduced to, you know, our society and being able to support yourself and make money. And our neighbors have a way of coming down here for free, setting up their wares, and having the community come and look and try to financially gain some stability with that, especially in these times. So we welcome everybody. It's a very warm atmosphere. All the vendors here are very friendly with each other, and it's a lot of fun. So please come on down, come shop and support local. It's what it's all about. It's your neighbors, your community.
I feel that local fairs are very important in the community to, one, come together as a community and do something together, as well as giving people the opportunity to spend locally, to buy locally, to encourage each other to keep producing their beautiful pieces of art, their wonderful foods, and just a kindred spirit of being neighbors. I think that that's part of what I love about farmers markets in general is they're all here for the same goal and the same purpose, to better the community.
I'm here today. We're at Whole Foods. They're having these monthly events they call Local Fair, F-A-R-E, because we're celebrating the local producers, the farmers, the kind of the idea of going back to the community market. And I'm a locavore. I like to shop I live in Fluvanna, so a lot of times I'll run down to the Scottsville market or I'll go to the Charlottesville market. The quality is better, the food is fresher, and you're spending money in your own community. One of the things that I think is really important is a lesson you probably learned when you were a little kid. I'm sure your mom and dad's or your teacher at school said, when you go out in the world, hold hands and stick together. And I think particularly in this economy, we need to be holding hands and sticking together. So that's part of the reason I'm here, is I want to do anything I can to help my community.
When I work at the local farmers markets, I get to have a lot of fun. It gets to help strengthen the community and the economy, and you also get to know exactly where your food's coming from, so you get to be familiar with the people.
It's really hard to find a job, and this is the only place you can make a little money for the summer, especially if you're a college kid like me, where they won't hire anyone unless you have experience.
All right, well, we're at Whole Foods today, and this is Better World Betty, and we're out here talking to people about local action and giving them a resource, a total resource for more sustainable living. So we want to empower people with the tools to be able to do that. And so one of the ways we do that is the directory of businesses, which is on the website. We have green builders on there. We're talking today about green building, gardening, local markets like this, how to connect to those kind of locally based, environmentally friendly organizations. And it also has events, workshops, rain barrel workshops, events like this, trail cleanups. It's all on there.
Well, I think they're important so that we all can take part in the community. We get to know each other. We talk with one another. And we're very thankful that people like Whole Foods will sponsor us and let us come in and sell our things, and we sell our goods and we buy their goods, and it's a great opportunity for all of us.
Here we are at Whole Foods Local Fair, and I'm an eco-consultant. My business is Green Irene, and what I do is I lead people towards a more sustainable lifestyle, to use less energy, use less water, and save money in the process. So, and I'm excited about doing this because I think the steps to do this are really simple, and people are really looking for this information. And so I've made this into a one-stop place where you can come and find all the information you need for more sustainable lifestyle. Whole Foods was so good. They made this process really easy. They emailed all the information we needed. They made it very simple, and you just fill out the form and show up, and then they had it all laid out for us. So it was a really easy thing to do.
I love being a part of these farmers markets. It's a really good local feeling. People love to buy local now and shop local, and it's just a lot of fun to meet everybody in the community and to be part of that new feel to just buying and selling locally.
These things are great because they let us sell things that we produce and grow locally to local people. They're letting us put things into the economy, and there's not a lot of shipping producing harmful gases for the atmosphere. It's just local stuff. It's local grown. The hot sauces, we put local apple cider and local honey in them. It might help your allergies a little bit. So yeah, it's important. We're doing a good thing for the community, and it's paying for us. We love it because we're always meeting new people. You know, we have people we only see at these fairs, but we have a good time talking to them and socializing. And yeah, and this is something my wife and I get to do together, so that helps us out a lot.
What I most enjoy about the farmers market is a chance to get to meet the neighbors. I've met more people from Earlysville, where I live, at the farmers market than I have met in Earlysville in months. So it's a great place to meet people, it's a great place to meet children, and it's a great place to get inspiration for other books that I'm writing and reading. And so that's what I'm here for.
It's good for the environment too, because you can make a candle that is out there that's not so good for the environment, that depletes the environment, which is something that I, for a long time with this particular wax, did not use because of that fact. Palm wax for many years was a wax that was, when it was being made, they were deforesting the rainforest in order to get palm groves. And then finally they formed the Round Table Sustainable Palm Oil in order to get palm oil, and that's when I jumped on board with the wax.
And we could even work something out promotionally, like a kit. You know, you demo something at the fair, and then you go in the store and there's a little box that has all the pieces, some of the things that you would have to add from the store, the hard goods or the bakery or something. And so we could make little baskets or something.
Well, it's like I'm a big kid anyway, but I can just picture Josh Sanoff doing that with all the kids. And
yeah.
I mean, like my little girl, she will eat anything. My boy won't touch. He's chicken and pizza, but like you stick a flower in front of her and she's going to eat it.
Twice a month we do kids. We do kids cooking classes. So that'd be something that we could do, and the kids would, we could eat that up.
But then it also
get them pastry bags and squeezing stuff in there.
Yeah, the chefs that we have to do that, they go over well.
Good, that's great.
Get the parents acclimated.
So there you have it, 3 team members from the Charlottesville Whole Food Store visiting a local farm, working out technical details, working out inspections and food safety issues, all to bring local products to the Charlottesville store. Well, thank you for joining us for another Meet the Farmer TV.
You heard of air guitar? We now give you air fly fishing. Roll the credits. That one.
I let it, it got loose.
Brought to you by Whole Foods.
Meet the Farmer TV is made possible by Planet-Earth-Diversified, Melli-Productions, and Leslie P. Jenkins Photography and Graphic Design, with additional support from Feast, connecting local farmers, artisan food producers, and consumers. Culpeper's Channel 21, helping to preserve the agricultural history of Virginia. Whole Foods Market, Whole Foods, Whole People, Whole Planet. And Flavor Magazine, serving the Piedmont's local food and wine culture.